Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Izali. My name is Nur Ain Natasha binti Ghazali. Today I will be presented about developing and delivering effective anti-bias training. Question have arisen about whether training actually reduce bias attitude, change behavior and increase diversity. Article by Carter ER, Onido IN and Lewis MA 2020 talking about developing and delivering effective anti-bias training challenges and recommendations. After outlining 3 challenges to developing and delivering training that meet this goal, we found in the article about recommendation that organization and facilitator can use as a plan for creating anti-bias training programs that work. Training anti-bias aim to reduce people's bias attitude and behaviors during everyday activities in organization, such as when interacting with colleagues or making hiring and promotion decisions. In this article, the term bias refers to difference in how people are viewed and treated as a result not of their individual characteristics, but of group features such as gender, skin color, or ethnicity. In our research, we found news regarding Starbucks announcing the training of anti-bias after this scenario happened when 2 black men were arrested at a store in Philadelphia while waiting for a friend. An operator to customer run as a full-page ad in the New York Times and USA Today. Starbucks found that insufficient support and training and bias lead to lead former white employee. To develop the training, Starbucks cast a wide net with a collaboration team of more than 30 experts for training anti-bias. There are 3 challenges that we found in the article regarding anti-bias training. The first challenge was realizing the limits of what training can do on its own. Training on diversity is often offered as a one-time event due to limited resources and time, but this is not the main cause of this challenge. The reason is because employees cannot only rely on the training because bias require continuous reinforcement support from the organization. Even if the employee has received the required training itself, it will only be effective in the short term because every person has their own stereotype that will bother their learning from the training and can cause fade of their learning on training. Training has to be done repeatedly to ensure that the effects on the training given is successful on the employee itself. The second challenge is minimizing counterproductive effect of discussing bias. Bias discussion can provoke employee emotion like guilt, anger, and shame, which may disrupt the environment. Emotional response can lead to argument, especially if employees are not equipped to handle different perspectives. Ineffective handling of conversation concerning bias can backfire and worsen the situation. This could lead to additional disagreement, which make dealing with this training anti-bias more challenging. It is important to approach the discussion in a way that promote understanding, openness, and collaboration in order to reduce these negative impacts. For the third challenge is selecting the proper goals for the program. Some employee or leader may resist anti-bias training due to misconception or fear of being unfairly targeted. This can make it harder to set goals that are embraced across the organization. The organization needs to have a proper goals for the training program for it to be effective. The organization must give a clear objective such as increase the awareness among employees and be practical in the teams. Awareness alone is not enough, but people need to take action to plan strategy that implement what they learn in their daily life, whether at work, in their personal interaction, or in broader social context.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Gugli. Right now, I'm going to explain about research finding. Based on the article, many anti-bias training programs fail to produce lasting change due to a lack of consistent reinforcement and overwhelming information. Research indicates that training should not only raise awareness but also equip participants with manageable strategies to alter their behaviors effectively. We continue to solution. Firstly, integrate anti-bias training within a broader diversity and inclusion strategy. As example, align training with organizational goals, which is ensure that the training directly supports the organization's diversity and inclusion objective. For instance, if the goal is to increase representation of women in leadership roles, the training could focus on addressing gender bias in performance evaluations and promotions. Secondly, focus on providing actionable recommendations to avoid overwhelming attendees. As example, prioritize key behaviors which is identify the most critical behaviors that can have significant impact on inclusivity, such as active listening, inclusive language, and seeking diverse perspectives. Furthermore, provide practical tips which is offer concrete examples and actionable steps to help participants implement these behaviors in their daily work. Additionally, encourage self-assessment which is provide tools for participants to assess their own biases and identify areas for improvement. This can be done through self-reflection exercises, bias assessments, or feedback from colleagues. And last solution is measure the impact of training beyond self-rewards to ensure accountability and effectiveness. As example, monitor organizational outcomes which is assess the impact of the training on key diversity and inclusion metrics such as employee retention, promote rates, and customer satisfaction. The recommendation firstly include training as part of the broader diversity and inclusion strategy, which is organizations must combine anti-bias training with structural changes to effectively combat prejudice and promote diversity and inclusion. While individual motivation is crucial, structural factors can aid efforts to prioritize diversity and manage bias. Integrated strategies such as combining training with accountability system, bias incident response processes, and networking opportunities are more effective. Organizations should use data to identify training needs and tailor their strategies accordingly. Secondly, help attendees create a plan for behavioral change, which means to effectively combat bias. Anti-bias training should focus on providing concrete strategies to manage and reduce bias. Lastly, focus training on both increasing awareness of bias and providing strategies for changing behavior, which means anti-bias training can have a significant impact on individuals' knowledge and attitudes about it. In conclusion, although it is essential for creating an inclusive atmosphere, effective anti-bias training is difficult to administer and assess. Organizations can improve the efficacy of their programs by concentrating on attainable objectives, offering feasible tactics, and tracking the result of training. Training program will be further strengthened by cooperation between researchers and practitioners, guaranteeing that they satisfy the various needs of all participants and result in significant behavior change. Thank you.